Well, hello, my mad scrappers. This is how excited I am about this kit that I just got from Paper Wizard. This is the January PKC Paper Kit Club kit for the month, and it is all about the mouse. I am so excited that I have literally just finished shooting the video. It is still editing, and I am here already starting to record the project because I want to do it, and I have not been crafting near enough. All I can tell you guys about is all the shopping I'm doing, but not making things with it. So I figured, I keep talking about how much I love these kits, and I'm not kidding you, man. I have a horde of them, that it's about darn tootin' time that I did one up again to show you guys, because they are really easy to do. There maybe I will admit a bit time consuming because of all the paper piecing involved, but it's very zen to me anyway, and I love making them. You just, you throw on whatever you want to watch, a movie, of some videos on YouTube, music, whatever it takes. Just do your thing and work your way through these projects. So I am going to show you some places. I'll probably fast forward it. I may do like some of these pieces live so you see how long it can take, just so you get an idea. Because I don't know if you want to say the word is tedious, but it's just, it takes some patience, and you have to take a breath. You cannot, in my opinion, rush through putting like this banner, excuse me, because you will make a mistake. So just take a breath and work your way through it. It is not difficult at all. Truly, I mean that. It looks like you put this page together and you're like, oh my gosh, this involves skill that I just do not have. I'll never be able to do it. That's not true. Anybody can do it. Trust me, because if I can do it, and trust me, people, I am not Jennifer McGuire, then you can do it. All right. So with that being said, let's get started. Give me a minute, because of course it comes with instructions. So I have an instruction holder right there. So I'm going to put this up, and then we're going to get going putting things together. Okay. So just give me a second.
20 minutes later.
Okay, kids, I'm back. I had to take a break. I had to do some things. So it's been a minute. But I want to take you through this kit step by step, the way the instructions are written, really, because I want you to see that, yes, the instructions are great and you can do it based on the instructions. So it says start off with the title first, okay? So we're going to pull out the zillion pieces here that are in here. I've already done it once because I double checked it before I decided this is the path I was going to take. So we have all of we have a ton of little pieces, a ton of layers, but we want to start with, okay, so it says build. Okay, so it says begin with the two backers, cream and black. Okay, so we got cream and black, okay? Build the words. First turn over the black layer and add the cream shimmer. So that's this right here, okay? So we're going to, whoops-a-daisy, right? Or is it, no, hello, it's the other way around. In theory, is it? I believe so. No, wait a minute. I'm looking at here. No, it's the black. It is the cream on top of the black. Don't be a dingbat, Myra. And you want to look. Sometimes there's some pieces left in the middle. So we're going to lay this on top of this. So there's a little bit of a black background. So now, amongst other things, I am breaking out my new friend here, and we're going to start using it. So we'll see. And yes, there is a bit of a learning curve, I think, with it. And I am not the most brilliant crayon or light bulb in the box, but we will see. Supposedly this is supposed to be a hand saver. That's why my friends keep telling me, oh, you need this, Meyer, because I have arthritis. So, and you always keep it here and then you pop it in there, and it does. The one thing I will say it is doing is it goes straight onto the edge, so that it keeps your bottle from clogging. So, and right now it is loaded up with the Nuvo glue. So, and it comes with an extra bottle. When I bought it, you guys saw the reveal. If not, I'll link you down below to it when I talked about it. But I do plan on taking the other bottle and then adding Barely Art, which is my go-to. Okay, so we have now our black on our cream. Next, build the words first. Turn over the black word layer. Okay, so let's find our black word layer. And that's in here. So in fact, give me a second. Let me pull these all pieces out and let me organize them a bit. Pulled them out and organize my pieces here to the left so that I can get at them easier. So we pull out our black word layer, and I already see a couple of pieces that getting poked out. So what you always want to check before you glue it down, because otherwise it's going to be a pain in the tuchus. So you're going to turn it over at the back and add the cream shimmer all. So I'm assuming it's cream shimmer all. Okay, so hang on, all. So hang on a second. So why does it say, okay, turn over the backward layer and add the cream shimmer all about. So are we talking about this, or are we talking about, there is no other, so it's got to be this. So all about. So, and this is why you have to sit here. So we're talking about this piece and this piece. Okay. So I believe, oh, no. They are right. I'm a dingleberry because I see, okay, so hold on, because I didn't poke this out. See, the instructions know better than I do. So I am a dingleberry. This is what these instructions are specifically for people like me. So it is right. I was wondering, but now I get it. So I'm going to put a squidgle of glue. And we're going to grab our tweezers because I have fat fingers that are not the most coordinated things. And we're going to take the all. Okay, so this is what we're doing. We're laying this down. By the way, guys, this video is going to go long for sure, based just on about what I'm seeing here. But we put the all there. And then we do the same thing with the about. I'm applying the glue on the back layer, to be perfectly honest. Okay, so now I'm beginning to see why it says a hand saver. At first, I was not convinced because I had to really squeeze. But now the glue just comes out. All about, yeah, so we put it back there. And see, now it makes that white background there for all of those spaces. So all about. Okay. Okay, now we add the mouse layer. So this goes right here on the front. Okay. So we're going to go back with our glue. So our instructions tell us. And what I should do, and I'll do it the next time, rather than just read it, mutter it to myself, I will read the instructions out to you. And that way you can see that the instructions tell you word for word what to do. Okay, so now we're going to put the its and the mouse in the front. And just, I can see now, I can see it a little bit better so that I squiggle it. This is where I would probably be using Barely Art as opposed to the Nuvo. And I may stop a minute and load up the other bottle with Barely Art. So on that note, give me a second. So if you're going to fill a bottle with glue, find your small funnel or find another way of filling it. Like with my Barely Art, I'm going to tell you, just take my word for it. Don't even let me tell you. We'll just say that I didn't follow what I just said, and it involved a mess. And it's taken me a while to clean up that mess. So don't do it. Find a funnel, or in the case of, let's say you're taking your Barely Arts, I will tell you that, and you want to refill your bottle and put it into there, literally just take the tip off. This pours out enough easily that you can fill the bottle. And I only took about half out, okay, so I can keep this bottle just in case. But now I have it, and since I have now two bottles that look the same, although actually the Nuvo one is white, so I could have done, but just in case, just because, I put a piece of washi around it so that I know that this is my Barely Arts glue. That what I did is I took the other one out, and all I got to do is take the lid off, dingbat. And then we'll put it here, and there's a spot right there where it goes, so you don't lose your lid like some of us are prone to doing. And there. And now we are ready to rock and roll with new glue. Now, we're going to go back to our instructions. The next step in my instructions say, turn it back over, and turn over, and the front cream, add the front cream shimmer words and the mouse layer. So we're going to go with the mouse layer first because it's going to be easy. All right, so we're just going to go and add my little dribble of glue. And I'm not even having to squeeze. So, yes, I might have to grant, because look at this. I am not hardly squeezing, literally. And that is, I mean, it's going to take a little bit of time just to me to gain better control. But I think this is a game changer. I'll be honest with you on that for me, because I have carpal tunnel in both my hands. My right much, much worse than my left. But I have other fish to fry than my hand, and I'm trying to avoid having to do anything, frying any fish where my hand is concerned. As you can well imagine, right now I have I know I've injured my shoulder having to lift mom. So I have to take that, and I have to take care of that. So that's priority over doing anything about my hand, and I'm trying not to have to. Now, we have these little words, and I think now I know, I'm for sure where that other little circle I have it there, but I put it there just in case. So we're going to pop these out because these are the ones that I have to glue down next. So let's just pop these out. And again, this is the part where, again, I tell you, you can't be, you can't just take your time. You have to do it. Excuse me, not rush. Take your time to do it, okay? So we got these 3 pieces out, and what I'm going to do is my tried and true puddle method, because that's the only way I'm going to get glue on the back of those pieces. So we're going to put a little bit of puddle right there. That's enough. And grab my tweezers, which are right here. And we're going to go with all first, and then just, put it in the puddle. And then pick it right back up with my tweezers. And we're going to put it on right there. And because, again, I'm using the Barely Arts, I have a little bit of a squoozle time. Next, we're going to take, our about, add a little bit of glue there. That's enough to hold that down. And I may get some, I think I have some schmutz there. So do I have my anti-schmutz device? Where's my anti-schmutz device? I'm not sure where it is, but actually I could just use the tweezers. Although, in all honesty, it doesn't matter. This all dries, the Barely Art dries matte clear. Okay, so since this is matte paper, you'll never know. Okay, so now we have It's All About Mouse. Okay, so we added the black layer, add the yellow O and the red E. So my red E, my yellow O, and I see the red E, and oops, not yet. Okay, so we're gonna grab the O, and my suspicion is there is a reason. And look at your paper, because this paper has texture on it. So my money is on it's going to be texture right up, at least, or not. Let me take it back, because no, the S and the E are both texture, and you have to do it. Yeah, so the texture for those 2 letters, that's the way, because the M and the E are just flat. They're not textured at all. So, but let's follow directions, okay? So we're going to grab my little gun again and just squeeze. Oh my goodness, and there I did it. I'm going to make these both. And again, you can't tell. Thank God it dries. Oh my gosh, this is textured on both sides. So let me take it back. I did, so it doesn't matter. No, it's not. Okay, hang on a second. I did screw up. Hold on. About that, I had an oops there, and I wanted to take care of it and take care of that puddle really fast. So we're going to now we're going to take and apply a little bit of glue on the back. Oh my gosh, I think I am in love with this gun. Behind the O. And then we'll press that down. I got some foozle there, but that's nothing to worry about. And then we'll do the same to the E. Flip it on this back side. And just add a little bit of that. And I think, I don't like how that fits. So let me see. I may have done this wrong. Oh yeah, I did. But that's okay. I can fix that. For one, because the glue dries. So this is something, and I didn't think about it, but see, now you're learning something from me, an error I made. I can get this glue off and it'll dry, and you will never know that happened. And the person who sees this will never know. Is when you're doing these letters, there is a front and there is a back, an upside and a downside. So double check that, okay? I made that error as you can, but again, always learn from my mistakes, so that way you don't have to make them. But I've already wiped this down, and the paper will dry, and look, nothing happened. No pasó nada. Okay, next. So now add the black and red, blue and green, M-U-S. So we have our M, we have our S, we have our U. So now, because we have just learned that lesson, we are going to make sure that we have the right side is up, because you'll be able to tell by the way it fits. Let's see. So we're going to go both ways and take a moment and see it. I had it right the first time, and that's important. So take a moment and do placement, because the letters are going to tell you how they're going to go. See, I was right. The texture side is up, and then the U is also like the red. It's not textured at all. It's flat. but I think that is right. But let's be sure. The point is, it's better than take, a few extra seconds and do that. See, it is. I had it right the first time, I think. I don't know. I think this U is almost ubiquitous. It doesn't matter. Although, let me see. Let's do it one more time. This U may be even money, but no. It is this way. So see, take a few moments, okay? And make sure you have the placement. This is why I say, while it's not fast, in all honesty, it's not difficult. You just got to take your time and pay attention, I guess is the word to say. And look I have a cable in the way again, because apparently I didn't learn from the last video to take it, because I have a new, when I fixed all this and I got all the new stuff here on the desk, I ran a new cable for the phone. So I keep it literally plugged in the entire time I'm recording. It is plugged in, so that way it doesn't die on me. Okay. That's what I use for a camera here. Oh, let's now use our U. We'll put our U down. And we'll even it out, make sure it's more or less centered. And then we're going to take our lovely S. And look how it's coming together already. It looks so stinking cute. But oh my gosh, I don't have to press on that gun at all. From my hand. Yep. It's all about the mouse and that glue thing. Okay, give me a second, guys, because I'm going to remove this cable out of the way. Okay, so now the next step is add the 3 stars, black with 2 yellow and 1 red top. So the first thing we're going to do is figure out which star goes on top of the other. So the easiest way to do it is just to pick these off and see and figure this out. So I think this yellow, and they're all different sizes. So that looks right. And this one is just a smidgen smaller. There we go. So I believe that one goes there, which means our little red guy over here goes over here. More or less, right? That works. Okay. So now we can pick up each of these pieces. And we're just going to put a little bit of dabble, because there's some glue right there at the end of my nozzle. Okay. I'm going to grab my tweezers because I have fat fingers, and I can't do this with just my fingers. Okay. Okay, so we have that one down. Let me smush it in so that it stops moving. There we go. Now we're going to go ahead and go for the red one. Oh my goodness, it's like I need 2 tweezers. I'm going to take some of the glue off the sides here. There we go. That's more than enough. And we'll put that down there. And then the other yellow one. And we'll just put some little dots right there. We'll just, literally, I'm cleaning off the nozzle, basically. There we go. And we'll add that there. Okay. And I'm sorry for this. This is taking a little bit longer. Okay. Okay, so now we've got these all put together. We're going to come back here. We'll get rid of these pieces, get them out of the way. We still have the hanging out there. We'll put that over here on the side as well. We'll come back with these, and then looking at my picture, then we now get to glue down the stars. And based on my observation, the big one goes over here on the M. So we are back to glue. And I'm going to clean this. Let me clean this off because it's bugging me. There we go. Just a little, no small amount OCD. Okay. And then it's kind of like, just I get an idea, and it's just do whatever makes you happy. A little bit off the edge. Okay, there's the M. The 1 star, excuse me. Now we need our little red star, because that goes on the O, on the bottom of the O, per the picture. And boy, am I getting a bunch of messages. All you're hearing is my other phone, so I need to turn the next time I pause. We will turn the volume off on that phone so that it stops annoying us. Okay. So we'll add that one right here. Our cute little star. And that one is a little bit wonky, but oh well. It's the beauty of a handcrafted item. And then we have our other yellow star, which will go here on the kind of S overlapping the E. Okay. And there we go. It'll be kind of like this. Okay, so we got our 3 stars on. Okay, assemble the left and right side mice using the picture as a guide. So give me a second. Let me grab my pieces to do just that. Okay, peeps, I have put all my pieces together that I need to put my mouse together. I did go back while off camera and I glued my down, doing the same thing, the puddle method. So I'm going to take you through all of this, but rather, because it's painstaking, let me get through this and we'll just speed it up so it doesn't take 3 hours.
She never thought that she could be everything she ever dreamed. She never knew that they could see. Blinded by insecurities, running from her past. Make up to cover up, but that won't last.
Hey guys, I'm just interrupting this just for a moment to show you that you got to pay attention to your instructions. Okay, I'm going to pull these out for a second because I was getting really close to pulling this down, taking a picture of it and pulling it up on my screen to better look at this. Totally not paying attention to what I had up here, which tells me exactly how to put these together. Duh. So because there are pieces that go on the back and then you flip it over and you put your pieces on the front. So now let's get to the business of doing this right. But I want you to, because if I'd like to think I'm not the only person that does this, but trust me, I'm my own special. I just wanted to share that.
Her beauty's locked inside. And when she finally faced her fears, he smiled at her and wiped her tears. She was born to survive. This is the story of my life, my anthem, and I can't fake and take like it's alright. But I know that we all go through rough patches. The fact is, it's all life. It's alright, baby, it's alright. His father was never around, and his mother only put him down. He never felt true love from kin, so he started questioning. Oh, this is the story of my life, my anthem, and I can't fake and take like it's alright. But I know that we all go through rough patches. The fact is, it's all life. It's alright, baby, it's alright. But I know that we all go through rough patches. The fact is, it's all life. It's alright, baby, it's alright.
I know that you are having a hard time right now. That everything seems to crumble around you. I know that you feel all alone in this world, but you have to put your trust into us, and we will help you through. 'Cause we only want what's best for you. I know that you are having trouble believing right now that everything is gonna be alright. I know that you feel all alone in this world, but you have to put your trust into us, and we will help you through. 'Cause we only want what is best for you. I know that you feel all alone in this world, but you have to put your trust into us, and we will help you through. 'Cause we only want what's best for you. For you. Best for you. For you.
Right, I somehow managed to relatively successfully put this together. It took a bit. I made some mistakes. Absolutely, you will too. What I took away from this is when you're doing this, if you have this kit and you're working on it, make sure you've got your mice pointed in the right direction. No matter what you do, check and double check, because I missed something in just my going around, and that's why I ended up having to unglue the Mickey's face. And it's still a little bit marred. I am going to reach out to Paper Wizard and see if they can send me another face. I think they can. I've done this before. This is not my first rodeo, and it's not the first time I screw up. But I'm pretty sure I can get that piece so that I can fix it and make it look right. All right? So now we're going to move along. I've taken a second, and the next step in the instructions are going to be assemble the flags. So we have quite a few pieces here to do all of these flags. So if we go with it, it says glue together the 3 backers, black, cream, and black. So here we got cream. Here we got black. So I'm fairly confident we're talking about this because I'm not sure where these go. So let's see. We got an M here. These are all separate. These are not flags. These are our little pinwheels. So these are our flags. So if I'm understanding this correctly, we have black, black and cream, and then black again. Okay. And then we have to add our flag. So we add our yellow one here. We separate this out. Our red one goes here, and then we separate this out. I do believe, correct? Let's see. And then our blue one goes here. If I'm to understand this correctly. And one thing I brought over is because I have this black mat, it makes it hard to see some of these pieces. So I just brought over my little blue mat. Or not my blue mat. Just a different color. So we have that and that. Oops, and then that one's on the outside. And see, we are going to cover some of these pieces. Part of it does absolutely get covered. It's just so that we can see. Oh, wait a minute. I'm doing this wrong. And see, that's why you have to look at the directions again. So, these pieces have to be put together first, okay? Because that's going to make our letters stand out, see? So we got all of these. Line them up. I'll poke out the letters. And there we go. And that's the layout of this. So I got to poke out some letters. I got to put this together. So let's get down to business. Let me set this aside and let's rock and roll.
Gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. Gonna let the past be filled with smoke, and that will try to fix what has been broken, and take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to
Okay, I got the flag all put together again. I still made a mess in this, and this is something you want to be careful about, is that little piece. There is a direction to it, so make sure you look at your picture well and put it in the same way I did, because I did put it in upside down. No harm, no foul. It wasn't glued in all the way, so I was able to pick it right up and then put it right back down in the correct direction. Now we're moving on to the pinwheel flag. They call it the, I forget, the fan flag. Now I want you to notice here, it is cut very specific. These pieces are only going to fit in a specific manner, and I thought, oh look, at number 1, so 1, 2, 3. No. This is an arrow, guys, so this tells you this way up. Each piece has one. Can you see it right here? There's one right here, and then there's one right here in the black. So that tells you what is the top. When you put it right there in the right direction, everything lines up right up. Okay, so let's get cracking. This will only take a couple of minutes. Okay.
ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken, and I'll let my mind be carried by the waves. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade, feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day.
So we got this one done. I mean, it does take, as you can tell, I struggled with it. I had to re-glue it down 3 times. So in my opinion, you should probably be a little bit generous on the red layer with the glue, so it gives you a little bit extra play time. But those arrows are crucial in figuring out where it goes. This, you practically have to widget. You know, you kind of narrow it down, and I had to play with a couple of these to put it right, and everything else fell into place, so it wasn't that bad. Now we're moving on to the next flag, okay? That was the left flag. Now we're going on to the right fan flag. So, and there's a whole bunch. So we're going to, and it's basically, I believe, the same principle. Yes, it is. So we got these 3 pieces. Oh, we have hearts, but that's of something else. So we just need these 3 pieces and the circle. And do we have, my goodness, man, we have all kinds of stuff here. But do I have another circle? Does it look like I do? No, we should have a white and then a blue circle. So there it is. There's my blue circle. Okay. So let's put all of these pieces back, because those are other thingamajigs that we have to make. So I'll add these all, put them back in the bag so that I don't lose them, because you know me, I will. And I have 2 extra pieces. I have yet to figure out where they go. I want to say they might be to put right here, so I will play with it. I'm going to make sure by process of elimination, but I'm pretty sure they go here, so I have to play with it because the problem is that the picture doesn't show the contrast, so I can't figure it out. All right. So, so I'd rather go back to that in a moment. So let's go ahead and move along to this one. I just sent my poor mouse onto the floor. Poor mouse, poor little thing. Alrighty, so let's get moving to make this flag, and we're going to have the same principle. I know it's hard to see, so that is my up arrow. So what I am going to do is to an extent make it easy for me. Where is a pencil? Hang on a second. I have a pencil. I had a pencil. Here we go. We have a pencil. So I'm going to reinforce that so I can see it better. So that's up. The same with it. That is obvious. This one I'm also going to, darken. Okay. So that hopefully I have an easier time finding it. Because see now, it takes a little bit of widgeting because you want to get it centered. Okay. The key is to get, once you know which way is up, then it's centering it. And see if you don't, and it takes a minute. So that's why I think you have to be a little bit generous with the glue so that it gives you that moment. Okay, so let's get started. So we got this one done. It does take, as you can tell, I struggled with it. I had to re-glue it down 3 times. So in my opinion, you should probably be a little bit generous on the red layer with the glue, so it gives you a little bit extra play time. But those arrows are crucial in figuring out where it goes. This, you practically have to widget. You kind of narrow it down, and I had to play with a couple of these to put it right, and everything else fell into place, so it wasn't that bad. Now we're moving on to the next flag. Okay, that was the left flag. Now we're going on to the right fan flag. So, and there's a whole bunch. So we're gonna, and it's basically, I believe, the same principle. Yes, it is. So we got these 3 pieces. Oh, we have hearts, but that's of something else. So we just need these 3 pieces and the circle. And do we have, my goodness, man, we have all kinds of stuff here. But do I have another circle? It doesn't, does it look like I do? No, we should have a white and then a blue circle. So there it is. There's my blue circle. Okay. So let's put all of these pieces back, because those are other thingamajigs that we have to make. So I'll add these all, put them back in the bag so that I don't lose them, because you know me, I will. And I have 2 extra pieces. I have yet to figure out where they go. I want to say they might be to put right here, so I will play with it. I'm going to make sure by process of elimination, but I'm pretty sure they go here, so I have to play with it because the problem is that the picture doesn't show the contrast, so I can't figure it out. All right. So, so I'd rather go back to that in a moment. So let's go ahead and move along to this one. I just sent my poor mouse onto the floor. Poor mouse, poor little thing. Alrighty, so let's get moving to make this flag, and we're going to have the same principle. I know it's hard to see, so that is my up arrow. So what I am going to do is to an extent make it easy for me. Where is a pencil? Hang on a second. I have a pencil. I had a pencil. Here we go. We have a pencil. So I'm going to reinforce that so I can see it better. So that's up. The same with it. That is obvious. This one I'm also going to, darken. Okay. So that hopefully I have an easier time finding it. Because see now, it takes a little bit of widgeting because you want to get it centered. Okay. The key is to get, once you know which way is up, then it's centering it. And see if you don't, and it takes a minute. So that's why I think you have to be a little bit generous with the glue so that it gives you that moment. Okay, so let's get started. So we got our second circle or pinwheel flag, or what they call it, fan flag, done. I confess I am having issues with the glue and this gun, and I think it's because Barely Art is much more watery. So I have switched back to Nuvo to see how it works, because I've had, you can see I've had issues with schmutzes and whatnot, so it's annoying. So now all we have left to do are all these little pieces. I mean, this DOK we have, well, no, because we need the blue part here. So I'm just going to do these all out in a whack. I mean, literally, the instructions, like for the red clip, this one, 2 layers. That's it. I mean, hello, much more to say. You glue this one on top of this one. Done. For a lot of these, that's it. The red one, I mean, we put it, okay, so the red silver clip back. So we have the silver clip back layer, which are these right here. A black layer, a cream layer, and then we put the colored layers on top of that so that they look like those bulldog clips. And then we put this on top. So that's also, and then we have the hearts. The hearts are just the red 3. We have, it says also assemble black and red hearts. The 3 bursts, 2 layers each, as well as the 4 stars, 2 layers each. So we have several stars to put together too. And I have my black layers here, and I got stars all over the place on these pieces of paper. So let's get moving on and cracking on that. Let's go.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is horizon in the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a race. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day to live. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today is a good day. Today is a good day to live.
Every day I see miserable people doing things they hate just to fit in. I know it's easier to get along peacefully, but have you ever thought about you? Don't know why I keep on doing what I'm told to do, when the rules are made up by someone we never knew. Baby, wipe your tears and hear me out. We don't need someone to feel alright. Let's do the streets on a Monday. Let's call your exes and tell them they can join us too. Why always worry about money when you can get rich by trying to see the outside? I know it's hard sometimes to believe it, that you deserve more. Let me hear you say it. Oh, quit the job you hate and love the ones you love. 'Cause have you ever...
Okay, I will say this. What I figured out, at least where my glue, the glue gun here is, I do better with using the Nouveau glue. So I think because it's a little bit thicker, I may not have necessarily the same widget time, but some of these pieces I really don't need it. So we're going to keep with the adventure. Anyway, I put again all these pieces together. I left the pieces that I thought would be the hardest to do, which were these, and these were not so bad, and they're really cool looking. You see, they really look dimensional. These, the colorful bulldog clips, I got to give it to them. I love it. So I've got all of these pieces together. So basically you've gotten almost all of our pieces together. In fact, but I want to put these away for the moment in a bag because there are a lot of little pieces and I don't want to misplace them, because now what we have to do is cut up all of our paper to make the background, and then we can add all of these things that we've taken all this time to do. The paper clip, you notice I cut it away. That is a paper clip, and I'm afraid it's going to get damaged, so I have left it still in its right there. I just cut around it, but it's here. Okay, so we still have some pieces that I'm not sure where they go, and I'm assuming at some point it will be revealed, but not yet apparently. So we have these, so we've got that. All right, so we're going to set these aside. The one thing I haven't, and I'm sure there's somewhere here, but I'm going to go ahead and do it now, is I'm going to go ahead and put together the film strip. And all I'm going to do is run little lines of glue down here, because there's no putting this, and I could do it like every third. I think I'll skip one. So if I want to try to slide a picture in, whoops, I dropped it, I can. So that's what I'm going to do if I so want to. And who knows, I may not want to, but I want to have that ability to do. So we're going to do every other one and go with that. And this is not, it is not for the faint of heart or the mad scrappers of the world who have no coordination whatsoever. But there you go. Other than a floozle right there. Let me get I finally found this. I was hiding behind, and almost in plain sight. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I got that stripped down. I don't have to worry about it. So now, all we have to do now is cut our papers down. So let me clear this space over and we'll start cutting. Okay, now we got the cut paper. The first piece we're supposed to cut off according to the instructions is cut the yellow star into 2 3/4 by 12-inch sheets. So I think this is almost like cutting it in half. What I do know, and I have a hair, I'm shedding here, guys, so forgive me, is right there. It's at the edge, because this is 1 inch right here, so I can see that 3/4. So it's right on the edge of the metal strip, which makes it easy for me to at least figure out where to go, and then I just line it up so that I cut it straight. Okay. Now take a second and let me line it up here, and then let me come down. That's the easy cut. It's the next cut that's probably not going to be as fun, because now I have a narrower strip to work with. But I'm using this to help me along, because it holds the paper in place while I'm sitting here widgeting it. And that helps a great deal. And you absolutely, positively need it to hold the paper in place so that you cut it correctly. Okay. So that's good. Oh, there we go. And this desk is, it's a little awkward because I don't have a big desk, but I have a big paper trimmer. So I'm just go a little bit here. In fact, let me move my pieces here away. And that's going to give me a little bit more playroom. And then I have this little 1/2-inch strip. I don't know if we need it for anything, but here it is. So I have these 2 strips already. I'm going to leave the blue. It's the next thing to cut, but I'm going to set it aside. And I'll use a smaller paper trimmer just to make it easy for myself. So then we cut the black with dots into 2 1 3/4 12 by 12-inch strips. Okay. So go back here, 1 3/4. Now here I can at least use the backing to line it up. Let me get it scooched over so I am at 3/4 and it looks straight top to bottom even. So there's 1 3/4. Ah! And then one more at 1 3/4. So they give you all the paper that you need. They cut it down, and even then it looks like I will have a little bits of extra, and that's okay. Okay, so now we have that little piece there. So 2 strips, 1 3/4. The next cut is cut the red with white hearts into 2 1 by 12 strips, leaving a 4 by 12 strip, and we're using the other side. So first, again, going back here, 2 1 by 12 strips. So we know here's my 1-inch mark, so it gives me a guideline again to line it up so I can cut it, and that helps. Okay. And this is such pretty paper. I love this. These hearts particularly, they're just very whimsical. I can't help but like it. All right. There we go. I feel suddenly like the song from Madagascar. Like it, like it, like it. Wasn't that the oh my gosh, what are those little creatures from Madagascar? It's the ones that sing it. And I still see a little bit of white edge from the strip. So because it bugs me, I'm going to go ahead and take advantage, because I can do that with this, is cut that little bit off, and then I'll cut it off on these two. I should have done it all at once, but no. And that's okay. I mean, this is not a great, but it's going to bug me. And all it is, that's what, I mean, they took the trouble to cut these off. That's the little strip on top. So I think that is very cool, where they do it, you know, manually or by machine. I still think it's very cool that they did it, so this is not a huge inconvenience. Okay, so I got these two, and see, we're going to be using this side, which I just absolutely love. So we got those cut. So now, next, we're going to cut the vertical music note sheet into 3 5.5 by 3 1/4 mats. Okay. So let's see, if we're going this way, is it 5.5? It's a little bit more than 5.5. So we're gonna cut off a 1/2 inch. Okay. So because we're doing 5.5 by 3 1/4. Okay. There we go. And I'm having struggling here, one, because I'm not holding it down, and partially just, there you go. Now I have better purchase. And now we go this way. So we're going to go again 5.5 by 3 1/4. So 3 1/4. That's really odd. Oh my goodness, but we have, now I could, let's think this through for a second, because I'm cutting 3 and I have another piece of paper for the 5. I'm going to go to 4, because I'm just going to cut this in 3 pieces, and it gives me a little bit more room for, you know, we'll figure it out. You know, this may backfire on me because I still have to cut out white paper, but it's not like I don't have white paper. So I am making an executive decision here and do that. Except I did this wrong. I'm going to go with it anyway. I think I did. Okay, so what did we decide? I'm going to 4 inches. Okay. Alrighty. So we got these pieces here. Now, having done that, our next piece is cut the horizontal musical note sheet into 1 7 by 5 mat. So what has happened is Dingledorf here has cut the wrong sheet of paper. And now I don't have any choices. So we're going to have to substitute this. And I may have some Main Street in my stash, so we're going to find out. So meanwhile, let's cut this right. So this is what I was supposed to done. I cut the wrong piece of paper. So guys, here's a lesson. Make sure you're looking at your paper right, okay? I did it wrong. I have no one to blame but myself. I'm not going to stress it, because I will be able to substitute. I will figure it out. You don't see that much on the edge, so this is not going to kill me, okay? So let's go back to cut the musical note paper 1 7 by 5. Actually, I'm going to cut these, because I know this is 12 inches that I can. It should be 12 inches, isn't it not? Let's see. Where's my little handy dandy ruler? Let me not make any assumptions, since I've already made a mess of things. 12, yep. So I'm just going to cut them 4. Again, that's what I meant to do. I was just cutting the wrong piece of paper. So that is something. So now you know, guys, watch the pieces of paper, which one you're cutting, so you cut the right one. Okay, so I have my 3 mats. I have lots of mats. I could make this work still with these, so it doesn't mean that I can't take these. Instead of bringing one big paper piece, I can use these and do vertical pictures. Hello, no harm, no foul. And I've got this, look at that, with the blue mat. We've got this. I'm not even worried about this. I screwed up, absolutely. But you just go with the flow, people. This again, I'm just marching to the beat of my own MaddScrapper. Alrighty. Next, now we're gonna look at okay, so we've done that. Cut the 12 by 12, just imagine, mouse word paper into 2 vertically cut pieces. 1 8.5 by 12 piece, leaving the other 3.5 by 12 piece. So we're talking about, if I'm not wrong, it's this paper. So we have to cut it vertically, okay? because this is going to be this way. So, and I know why. Okay, so first off, let's cut the strip off. So let me line it up here, right on the edge, and up there as well. Again, and sometimes it takes a little bit of scoodling. Okay. So now, what did it say? 1 piece at 8.5. So actually what we do, and leaving the other 3.5 by 12 piece. So what do we do? We're going to cut that 3.5 by 12. And we know what we have. So I make it easy. That way I don't have to add the extension piece. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. All right, my friends. So now for the photos, you will need, okay, so 8.5, leaving another 3. Okay. For the photos, you will need 1 6.5 by 4.25 by 4.5. Okay, hang on a second. So we're gonna need. So let me grab my white paper. 3, 5, 12, 3, 4, okay. I'll attach all. So okay. So now let me grab my smaller one to cut my blue. I'm only gonna cut at least for the blue piece of paper, the mat for that. Because I'm going to fiddle fart with all of these. So give me a second. Okay, you're probably wondering, what has she got this on the desktop for and not what she's been working on? Well, that's because I'm actually done with the project and I'm in editing the video. And I realized this video has gotten way too long to be all in one video. So I'm going to break it up into 2 videos. So I'm going to take all of the assembly going, and that's going to be in part 2. So this is going to be the end of part 1. I apologize for that. I don't know that I could have done anything more than that I've done to try to make it shorter. I mean, this kind of a video is just not going to go fast. So I apologize for that. So, but hopefully, but I didn't want to, and I could have sped it up a bit by doing some of those parts that I sped up faster, but then I knew you guys were going to lose. For anybody that's following it, that's actually making the kit, I wanted so you guys could follow what I did reasonably well. So forgive me for that, guys. So anyway, I want to say thank you for hanging out with me in this video, but the rest of this is going to be coming up in a part 2. So by all means, go over and watch part 2. Thank you for hanging out with me on this one. If you've liked it, if you've learned something from it, by all means, please at least give me a thumbs up and drop me a line if you want to. And if you want to continue seeing these kind of videos, then by all means, subscribe and ring that bell because I will be back. And I will be in just a few minutes. So just click on the next link, guys. So thanks a lot. I'll see you in a minute. Bye.